day after Easter, not Thanksgiving, Facebook, YouTube land, and then all other social medias. This is Rebecca with Red True Crime, and I am coming on tonight to do a very special YouTube, Facebook Live interview with Sara Carmichael, who is the mother of Marissa Carmichael, the missing person I've been talking about for the last couple months. So, if you caught the other video I did or the other live interview I did back a couple days ago, I did one with Tasha Poplin. Tasha Poplin is someone who is close to Marissa. They were friends, and was also with her on the last night she was seen. Now, Tasha hopped on and gave her version of events. So, wanted to get her story out there so people could, make their own mind up about who's involved and who isn't involved. So I'm just waiting on Sara to appear, and then I will have her on here, and she will address some of the things that Tasha said in her interview with me. But otherwise, we're at day 78, and there is not any update on Marissa whatsoever. There hasn't been, which is very upsetting, because where is she? Police have not made any statements, nor am I expecting them to, but it would be nice if they would update people when things are different. And let's see. All right, looks like Sarah's ready to join us. I'm going to bring her on, and she can go from there. But yeah, so I'm just waiting on her to, oh, here she is. Let's see. Oh, hey, Sara.
Hey.
So everyone, this is Sara Carmichael, Marissa Carmichael's mom. I would thank you for taking the time to come on here and talk to me. I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
And just know that everyone is out here supporting you and praying for you, that, we hope Marissa comes back soon.
Yeah. I appreciate it.
Not a problem. So you reached out to me a few days ago, and you said that you caught the Tasha interview, and you said there were some things you wanted to address with that.
Well, and I sent you tons of things. There's dispute a lot of things. Personal private messages that, is special to me, especially now. But I just was like, why not just go ahead and let you see these things? But the one thing that got me was that Marissa was known to leave her family and take off. That's not true. Within hours of me realizing Marissa's events the night before, I had her on a missing person. Never has there been found a missing person. And you see that Marissa will contact me when she's not home. She misses home. This is after 2 days at a guy's house she was staying briefly. She was ready to come home. Different messages. She didn't want me to be worried. Mom worries too much. Don't tell mom. I don't want her to worry. And then just messages of her saying, this is where I'm at and I'm okay. Just letting you know I'm okay. So it's just, Tasha really is like, would just come to give Marissa rides and check in on me if I had been in the hospital or something. But to act as if she knew Marissa's daily life, or that had Marissa ever taken off, is insane.
Okay.
That's not true at all.
Okay. So can you elaborate, or can you tell us what the relationship Tasha has with you and your family?
Her mom is married to my first cousin. He lives out of state.
Got it.
So they just recently became where they would talk a little bit.
Okay. So she's family, like, she's a blood relative, just a little bit way down a ways.
Yeah, distant family. I didn't even know she was family until a few years ago. I didn't.
Okay. Yeah, you got
how she was family.
You gotta love Ancestry.com, let me tell you. So I guess my next question I have is, are you able to give us any type of update of the investigation at all? Are you able to tell us anything Have the detectives
Um,
been the FBI involved? Do you know anything about that?
they're so secretive. The FBI is, so they're just trying to find the exact proof that it is trafficking. And um, it could have just been Marissa desperate to get her phone back, and really would have put up a fight to get her phone back, and that could have been part of it. So they're not. They're telling me a lot. I can't say, but I can
Right.
say there are multiple detectives on the case. It is a priority case. Um, in the beginning, she's 25. She has the right to just walk away from her life.
Right.
But after evidence, foul play being suspected, her repeating she was trying to get home,
Mm-hmm.
that's no longer in what they're saying at all. And the three main people that they're looking at, you and I know, and don't want to call them out,
Right.
to scare them off, to say, but and they are, waiting on warrants, and have caught those three people in just the craziest lies, and they have video proofs, and they have things to sustain that.
Okay.
So they're
So
hitting.
so the detective that's involved in the case, the main detective, where does he feel? What does he think has happened to Marissa? Has he given you an idea what he thinks has happened, or is he kind of keeping that close to the vest?
He's kind of keeping that close, but he's looking at who I'm looking at, and he's, trying to figure out why, for what. Marissa wasn't in,
Right.
didn't know two of these people, but he's, I had asked him, I got up the courage and asked him, did he believe, with his experience and with what he knows that I don't know, does
Mm-hmm.
he believe it's still out there? And he told me he is not losing hope, and for me to not lose hope, because yes, there is still a chance. Of course, I have to, in some ways, mentally prepare myself for the worst case.
Right.
But right now, I'm trying to put positivity and just to maintain my sanity at this point. My anxiety and my nerves are so bad. I have pulled out my eyebrows. I have pulled out my eyelashes. My therapist says it's coping mechanisms for trauma.
Okay. And have you been in touch with your grandchildren at all since all this happened?
I'm gonna have a video with them soon.
Oh, good. Good. That's good.
I did have a phone call, and I'm working on that, because I'm fighting in the shoes of my daughter on that. So
I understand.
that
I understand.
that's top priority right now. My mind is just on survival,
Mm-hmm.
Marissa, and my grandbaby, and trying to comfort Emma and be there for Emma. It's me and her try to hide our breakdowns from each other.
Mm-hmm.
This is like, okay, mom's not in right now, so I don't want her to start, or I don't want her to worry about me and stuff.
Mm-hmm. I understand that. So basically, Tasha saying that she was in the habit of just disappearing. You're saying that's not the case at all. No.
Not the case.
Okay.
No, never.
And that can we discuss Janasia, or as I've been calling her, Naja, in some of the videos? How long had she been staying with you?
This past year, it was about 9 months.
Okay.
She had previously stayed with us the year before during her pregnancy. We fed her, forever.
Okay.
Marissa told her, you don't have to sit out in your car. Come in the house.
Right. And you said things were kind of tense between she and Marissa?
Well, Marissa was just fed up with her. She couldn't get 5 minutes without Janaja. If she worked third shift, Janaja quit her job and got a job with Marissa. When Janaja didn't work, she
Mm-hmm.
would stay there all night. Marissa, as you've seen, tried to get her schedule changed to get some space from Janai.
Right.
Marissa would come in my room, and Janaja would try to come in, and Marissa would say, "No, I'm talking with my mom," or she would tell Emma, "Hey, Emma, be bitchy to Janaja so I can come in your room and hang out," and she doesn't follow me. If Marissa did her hair a certain way, Janaja did her hair that way. Marissa bought an outfit, she'd go try to buy that outfit. If Marissa would go on a date, she would say, "Can I go on a date with y'all? Is there room for me?" And I would say, it's not a threesome, it's a date, 2 people. You don't go on dates with anybody.
Right.
And she even had a problem with picking up Marissa's phone, going in her phone. I would message Marissa at work, and Janaja would say, "Hey, it's me." And I would say, "Why do you have Marissa's phone? If I was messaging you, I would message you."
Right.
And Marissa literally put a password on her phone. And I said, "Why are you putting a password on your phone? You're single, and there's nobody going through your phone." And she side-eyed and gave me a look, because Shanaja was in the same room, and said, "People won't stay out my phone." And I knew by her look. And I said, "No, that's some bullshit. Nobody should be going through your phone. Nobody should pick up your phone."
Right. Okay. That's a bit of an invasion of privacy right there. So on the subject of her phone, has that ever been recovered? Have the police found it?
Her phone, no, it has not. They found where it pinged last. So while Marissa was in the car with her, the second person, when she left the club, her phone was charged. In the car with the second person at the Airbnb, she didn't go in.
Right.
Sat in the car, charged her phone. So I'm thinking, when you got her phone was dead, and she found a way to charge it in your phone. So you had to get that phone away from her. For some reason, you didn't want her to have that phone to get contacts. So that's at that point he tricked her to go in the gas station and took off her phone. It didn't die until 4 o'clock Sunday evening. By then, I already had notified, and they were able to ping the area, and they searched but did not find it. So somebody went back and probably got it, maybe, but it was he threw it out the gas station. He did, and it's not on video. It's a few miles down from the gas station where it was thrown out.
So on that timeline of, she went out with Janasia, and Tasha drove them into Greensboro. Now, from there, do you know where she went from, when she got in the car with Tasha and Janasia? Do you know where her first stop was when she got there?
All I know by the messages is she had went to a clothing store and got something from the clothing City Trends, I believe it was. And then and now I don't know about going and getting I don't know anything about that. That's something Marissa would try to hide from me, because I would be her ass. The only thing I regret is not being on her ass more. I should have been that night on her ass like a teenager, but I thought she was going to work. She normally would not miss a Saturday night. That's a lot of tips.
Right.
But it was and then I know Janaja got dropped off with Marissa at a bar, a Mexican bar on Florida Street. Mo met them there. Then, for some reason, this doesn't make sense to me either. That Saturday during the day, Marissa was preparing for third shift, so she was sleeping most of the day. Her and I took a nap together on the couch, because I remember her legs were heavy on my legs. And so after the Florida Street bar, before going to 117, she went and took a nap at Mo's house. And Janaja left from there. When Marissa woke up, she was mad Janaja had left her. So they went ahead and went to 117. And then after 117, it was the Airbnb on Gorilla, and then it was the Exxon.
Okay. And then from there, no one knows where she went from there.
No, where he's saying he dropped her off, it didn't. There's cameras all around. Yeah. And he didn't drop her off where he said.
Where they're saying where she was dropped off was at the Cumberland Court Apartments, is where the second person she was with is saying he dropped her off.
Yeah. That's
and
what
you
they're
don't believe,
saying.
and you don't believe that to be the case?
No, and the detective detectives know it's not the case.
Okay. Okay. That's good to know. And speaking of Mo Dallas, he was on the news saying he was a cousin, but can you confirm for me who he is to Marissa?
Um, he was a close friend for a few years. He's been here. Anytime she has went with him, she always came back fine. But I'm not sure why it was said cousin, but no. Apparently, everybody's Marissa's cousin now.
It's amazing
People
how
that sit next, people that sit next to her at lunch in third grade, um, bombard like everything, every scenario. Oh, I seen her at a gas station 6 months ago, and or I opened the door for her at the store. I mean, everybody knows Marissa so well, and they're just her bestest friends. But um, it's weird. It's like I never heard of you. I never seen you, so
right.
I don't know who you are. And
So
if you're
at this,
Marissa's friend,
yeah.
we gossiped about you.
Well, at this point, Sarah, are there any more searches being scheduled for her? I mean, have they said if they're going to make a statement publicly about where the case stands, the police, any of that?
Um, there are searches. Like there's a nonprofit, Black and Forgotten, the 857 Hope
Hmm.
Alive, Doc Ellis found it. All these nonprofits that go out and put out flyers. But the main people who are out every day is the missing person organization, and that's close because Jamie was one of Marissa's best friends that worked with her at Waffle House, and since then she's been fired and banned from Waffle House because of Janaja.
Okay.
And they're putting down posters and weird, weird behavior there.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you support fine?
Right. Yeah, I understand that. I had heard that he was taking down the missing posters from the Exxon and around the area. So I found that very interesting because why would you care?
Um, the gas station literally said Sean's a great customer and it's making him uncomfortable. And Sean still goes to that gas station late at night, middle of the night type thing.
Right. Interesting. Okay. And for those of you that are tuned into this, there are three people that the police and other investigators are honing in on. Those three people I have mentioned in the line of 7 people that I've talked about in these videos. But again, because we can't list them publicly as to who they are because it is part of an investigation, I will let you out there in the world figure out who they are for yourself. But
this comment, I'm not high right now, Jessica. I've never done a live. My eyes are swollen from not sleeping and from crying. Not high right now. I don't know. I'm trying to read comments and look at you. So I've never done a live.
Yeah. Don't read the comments. That's my best advice. Never read the comments, honestly. But before we disconnect, Sarah, is there anything else you'd like to say about your daughter's case or about your daughter or about anything? Is there anything else you'd like to add?
Marissa is caring. She would help anybody. So it's very touching, all the people that are trying to help her, but just don't stop looking. The detective said, do not lose hope. He still has hope. And just to try to stay away from all the craziness and stay focused, because I'm getting him, a lot of things to look at. And when he came into his office this morning, he had messages and messages and messages of things that I discovered over the weekend. So I'm giving him a. But somebody had said something about Janaja's boyfriend. That's a very secret thing. And by their schedule, their relationship, there's no way she was in a motel room with him all night. He didn't have that kind of time for her. Okay. She was like a side. Their routine is he would come pick her up. They would go park somewhere, not even get a room, not go to his house. She's never been to his house. Doesn't know his family. His family doesn't know her. Mm-hmm. He does have ties with Jersey. The night that him and Janai met, Marissa met Jersey. Him, Queso is his name. He introduced Marissa to Jersey, and that was the only time Marissa had ever hung out with Jersey until the night she went missing.
Got it. Okay.
It's hard getting information because he lives a private life, and the way he makes money, he don't want people to know. He's gang affiliated, and gang is Jersey, and possibly Sean.
Okay. I understand.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Working on
Sara, again, thank you for taking the time to speak with me and to address some of the things that has been discussed online and in video. And again, I'm so sorry that you don't have your daughter with you and your grandkids are not with you. I am very sorry. And just know that people are still looking and still care that Marissa is missing and we're still looking for her.
Yeah. Yeah, I won't give up either way.
Right.
And I had told the detective, because of my illnesses and it being terminal, if anything happens to me, that Emma will take over in finding her sister.
Okay. Well, that's good to know. But I'm going to go ahead and sign off here. Again, Sara, thank you again for joining me, and you have a wonderful evening, okay?
Thank you. Thank you very much. You
Bye.
have a good evening.
You too. Bye. Okay, so you heard Sara's own words about what she felt about the case and all the people that I've mentioned that are possibly involved. So there you have it. I'm going to sign off here. You know, again, we have no real updates about Marissa. It's been 78 days. Family is still looking for her. Friends are still looking for her. Our group, the SVU group, is still looking for her. And it would be nice if Jersey and Modalas and Smoke and Janasia, or Naja, as I've called her, would get on here and speak and tell us what's going on. You know, what they know, because we need to know where Marissa is. We need to know what they know. Well, we need to know. I mean, we're not law enforcement, but it would be great if they would get on here and do a live and talk, because people have questions and everybody is still involved in her life and you know, and involved in the investigation. Your name has been mentioned. You've been part of the night of events that was going on. So, you know, speak up, guys. You know, Mo Dallas, Smoke, also known as Charles Lindsay, Jersey Moneybag, Sean Ilili, any of you guys, and Janasia or Naja, reach out to me. I'm glad to do an interview. Keep it fair. No yelling, no any of that stuff. I don't do that stuff. But I have questions, and I would love to get answers to. So this is Rebecca with Red True Crime. Be weird, be rude, because if you're weird and rude, you're safe, because then no one will take you. So check out my YouTube channel, Red True Crime. My website is www.redtruecrime.com, and I am also on Facebook at Red True Crime. But have a great evening, everyone, and thank you for chiming in.